everybody, Malakith here, and welcome to the semi-final of the TWCC Flash Tournament 2v2. Now this is the other semi-final compared to the one you saw myself and Chadman previously cast, and unfortunately Chad can't join me due to there not being enough room because of other streamers. So we have the usual rules: 12k funds, maximum of 10 spear, pike and hoplites, maximum of 6 of the same unit, no push-through exploit allowed, no artillery, and large unit scale. And from the teams you can see we have Epirus with Jonas Nee, Macedon with Quindia Meiji, and on the other team both are playing Arverni, one is Panda Warrior and the other is Jixi. So Jonas Nee we definitely saw in the previous tournament. I believe Jixi at some point was meant to play, but I don't know if he was the replacement or the guy that got replaced. But I definitely recognise the names Jixi and Panda Warrior, but whether you guys do or not is really the answer there. So that looks like they're readying up. We should be getting started shortly. So for those watching this back on YouTube, this week I will be looking at the armies from the start because I'm running on a 2-minute delay server. So anything I say, it's a full 2 minutes before it comes through on the stream, which should be more than enough to prevent any cheating by the guys playing the game. If not, then well, they're being extremely turtle-like and far too slow. And, well, it's their own fault if they hadn't worked it out by that point. So, nice green field this time. Very flat, very little vegetation. A couple of spindly trees. The sort of standard map for these games, because it encourages balanced play really, nobody hiding in the trees. And thick, dense maps obviously favours certain unit types over others. And heavy infantry are fairly overpowered in dense forests for obvious reasons. So let's see what we got here. So the Macedonian player, foot companions with pikes, deploying his pikes there. Nice Sarissa forest. Got some royal peltasts, which surprisingly don't actually have javelins as per the other peltasts that you get before them. They're more of a sword unit, as their little symbol implies. They have the sort of charging peeler attack you get of most infantry troops, but as implied, nearly all infantry troops get that. Aspis Companion Cavalry, 3 units of those. And, will you stop moving the units around I'm trying to look at? Shield Bearers as the general. So the Epirus player has got some Rhodian Slingers, along with some Cretan Archers. So he's got 4 units of skirmishers, which is something the Macedonian army is lacking. They have no ranged units. He's backed up by Hellenic Royal Guard. So this is definitely the pike wall army. And then Citizen Cavalry, along with some Aspis Companion Cavalry, and a general as Hellenic Royal Cavalry. So nice selection going on there. Look at those pikes on the, or lances, whatever you want to call them. He hasn't deployed his into phalanx mode, which is why you can't see the pikes and these guys, unlike the foot companions here. But as soon as he pushes the button, you'll see those. So this all should be a very either static defense or, you know, slow linear advanced style army. So we just got to wait for them to finish deploying, and then we can see what the other side have been up to. Interesting choice to have his Royal Peltas right out on the flank here, sort of outside of his cavalry. Kind of unsupported, which is a very strange place to have sword units. I mean, I know these guys are awesome. They are extremely good fighters, but the flanks is where the cavalry tend to roam. And you don't want to be on the receiving end of cavalry charges front and rear, especially as a sword unit. So they're nearly full width deployment. This centre here, they're going to have to watch that. We saw in the previous battle with Gaz and his ally, the centre got exploited so that the other team could get in and get round behind and start taking out key units. They're going to have to make sure that doesn't happen. And here comes the Arverni spam. Right, what have we got? Oathsworn, of course. Noble horse, expected. Slingers on the front. Got some spear nobles, more Oathsworn. A lot of ranged units on this side. It's Panda Warrior running with 6 units of slingers, whereas Jixie's only running with 3. Is this all the Jixies? Yep, Jixie's running the heavy cavalry spam. Panda Warrior going with the skirmishers. So interesting to see how this flank plays out. There's not a lot of cavalry around to cover if the Macedonian player can exploit that. But Barbarians, lot of troops. There you go. Light horse from Panda Warrior trying to chase down these Rhodesian slingers. Will they get them? They're going to turn away in time before they hit the pike wall. There's the pikes. Oh, brutal. Instantly lose 12 of their number. But they have done their job. They have torn these Rhodesian slingers apart. Royal Peltas coming in to help. Okay, not much else going on. Got a bit of a horse cavalry tussle going on over here. These guys are walking. That's an interesting... I'm wondering if Jonas has spotted that. They're going to get charged. Charged from behind. He didn't double click. They were walking away. That could be a bad micromanagement. There's the general. Jonas really not paying too much attention there. Micromanagement letting him down, and the general's at half strength, fleeing already. Running towards hoplites, who should deal with these noble horse, although they just block their own general. That was a good turn of fortune for the Arverni team. The right flank here, kind of just standing off, not really engaging. Macedonian cavalry roaming in the rear. No archers on this side of the field for him to find though, so he's really just looking for a target. Companion cavalry losing horribly. Noble horse not even caring, only lost 3 men. In come the companions. Onto the Oathsworn. That's going well for them initially. Whether a protracted fight will work in their favour is uncertain. Given the amount of Arverni troops over there, I doubt it. Especially as reinforcements come in. The Epirus troops getting routed. There goes the Macedonians. The Arverni really tying up this flank. They are, however, getting attacked in the middle here. The slingers getting pulled down. Macedonian cavalry going in to deal with them. But given how effective the left Arverni player has been against Epirus, it may be too little too late. We have to wait and see. Macedon coming across here, trying to assist his ally. He's trying to leave just enough troops to hold them off, but no cavalry support. He could be in problems. His slingers running, being chased by the last 7 Aspis companion cavalry who send them flying. Charge weight there. 30 men with his last 7 horsemen. Let's dive back over here and have a look at Epirus. Looks like the Hellenic Royal Guard have been charged in the rear by Oathsworn. That is not going to go well for them. They're starting to turn. That's a very strange formation. Trying to maneuver his pikemen as best he can. Again, the Macedonian player not really getting involved. It's all happening on the Epirus side. Pulling down these Hellenic Royal Guard units. How are these Oathsworn doing? 75 out of 120. Losing slightly. There goes the Macedonian cavalry. So, more football companions, more pikes. He's retreating his Arverni away from the pike wall. You don't want to be running into those face on. You want to be hitting those from the flank. It's all going to come down to micromanagement now. Can the Arverni get round behind these pike walls? They've definitely got control of the field from a cavalry perspective, roaming around. There's only possibly a general left on the other faction for cavalry. Jonas Knee losing a lot of his cavalry to that charge where they were walking. Down go the Cretan archers. Oh, and his general's been grabbed again. Noble horse charging the general as well as the archers at the same time there. His foot companions retreating away, getting hit by the horse. In come the Oathsworn from the rear.
Attack, you sons of Ares!
This could be the end of these foot companions. It looks like they're being clicked through. They're continuing to walk right through those horsemen. That's interesting. I don't know whether that will be classed as a click-through exploit or not. In comes some more cavalry. Macedonian troops retreating across to try and help out Epirus, but being shadowed by this Arverni troops with Panda Warrior. Foot companions routed. The next bunch have been engaged. Oathsworn around everywhere, swarming them. These shield bearers, if we can bring those down, that's the general taken out. But looks like he's got other targets at the moment. He's hitting this pike unit in the rear. That's a good choice of target there. Engaged from the front by spear nobles and the rear by noble horse. His Hellenic guard should be collapsing horribly. There we go, the numbers bleeding down at a rapid rate. And they are gone, and that looks like a pause on the battle. Not quite sure what's happening there. Someone's voted to pause. Good games being issued already. Quindium AG leaving. So that was the Macedonian player giving up. Not overly sporting in my opinion. The AI now in control of the troops. Seems like a bit of a rage quit there. Especially as he had so many units left. I mean, the chances of winning aren't great, but it's still a game in the end.
Understood. By your command. Telos. Strategos.
So the Royal Peltas under the AI control beginning to rout. The Arverni just swarming the flank here. Just overwhelming numbers. Cavalry domination, being able to get round and flank units. The static pike troops just not really standing a chance. They can only face one direction at a time. And the last pike unit of the foot companions coming under missile attack, and they've routed. So that battle comfortably going to the Arverni of Panda Warrior and Jonas Knee. Having a look at the kills, Jonas Knee 381 as Epirus, the Macedonian player getting 761, and the two Arverni splitting it fairly equally, 906, 895. So Arverni having a look at the troops, slingers not doing a lot, getting jumped, probably by cavalry of some variety. Over on the Macedonian side, the full unit of pikes at full strength that did nothing really. These guys at half strength only 2, they must have got hit from behind. Excellent use of cavalry, look at those numbers. This one not so much. So, Jixi and Panda Warrior move on to the next round, and Jonas Knee and Quindium are out.